How many of you have been hearing into? Do you think it's you? Or do you understand who? I'm sitting here right in front of you with the mirror. So who wants to see clearer? Or am I talking about something? Or are you hearing it too? I can keep doing it too. So every single comment I've got, I'm sitting there like there was a comet that was lost, but I understand what actually happened when it came through Matthew and the Ring of Fire and all of these things that maybe you witnessed or maybe not, but maybe the baby didn't actually come through the words that were talked about in front of you, that somebody probably told you you might have been pregnant, or maybe you just sat there just like the lady that you're talking about, which I would love to meet, with a paragraph that would tear in half something that I had dared to laugh at, something if I thought God was not. Come on now. I hope it turns you on. I loved the comments. I felt the spirit at the same time. A long time for me to even see brothers or sisters, somebody that's actually talking about when they seen the cistern, when we knew about it before David, when it was sacred. Who broke down the cisterns when David walked through it? Cut off the living water. Oh my gosh! You would think I would dance through a slaughter. I actually would have. They're talking about San Diego and the otters. I wanted to touch about everything that you were saying inside of your mind before you thought of. Just to impress you. To say that I never coddled my own children. Now they're speaking back to me. They have some things to say. It's like, did I have some type of respect for what they were going through, or was I holding on to or holding you? It's nice to know it's you. I'm not gonna slaughter what you were actually saying. I would more look at it, well, that sounds like I know me. Well, who can push across the balcony? I'm not Riri. I like her songs just like you do. And you oughta. But the point is, how do you be a father when you're speaking to your daughter? Would I want her to have a man like me? Oh my gosh, yeah. But I would soften the hard heart that she's gotten. Thank you for the comment. The things that are happening, I'm thinking about your husband. I bet you probably verbally busted him with a concussion. He's probably rushing to his cousins. And you're sitting there like, well, I'm your daughter. Poor guy. What would happen with 4 knives? Now, I've seen what happens with 4 guys. 5 guys off the hamburgers, but I used to have them in LA, downtown, and everything that you would say, I could already parlay. Step back for a day, actually talk about it the next day, find out if you didn't pay, what happened with the percentages. So, what I'm talking about, this is getting into it, inches with, I think, daughters don't actually understand what happens when the man has to pay and he has to get the money back that day. Whole bunch of problems. every single day. So if you listened to me, then perhaps I have a soft spot for daughters and a stronger representation of my sons who will be fathers. It makes sense to me. It's good to hear from you. I need to sit you into a certain section of what's actually happening. Scripture is fulfilling to this part of what was brought up.